What is going on, my people, mi gente, my village people, oh, my Jesus, everyone in between. Thank you for tuning in to another episode. Thank you for tuning into the No Longer Rugged podcast. Now, the word for this season is consistency. Let me tell you, Mamas has been, give Mamas her flowers. Okay, it's me. I'm Mamas. Okay, I've been doing the thing. I don't know, for some reason, life has just been crazy and lifing, but I was like, no, I really want to do this. So I'm excited. We are doing 30 things that I've learned in my 30s. Now, originally, this was supposed to be 29 things I've learned. Yeah, what was it supposed to be? It's supposed to be 30 things I've learned before turning 30. I really wanted to get this out to you all in April, which was my birthday. And I had a great birthday, by the way. So I'm very grateful for that. But after that, my dear, I've just been busy. So we're here now. The list is still relevant. And I'm excited to share it with y'all. So stay tuned. We're going to be talking about 30 things that I've learned in my 30s that has helped me throughout life. I'm going to break it up into two parts. This is going to be part 1 through 15. Kicking off with number 1. Please do not wait until something is terribly wrong to go and see the doctor. It doesn't matter if you are young or old. If you feel some kind of pain or something is not right, you know your body. Please don't wait. Me, I've been having like a bit of stomach pains and really due to stress. And so I was like, that's not normal. Let me go. So I went to see the doctor, and he did try to pass it off as just simple bloating. But I'm like, gosh, it's really painful bloating. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to get imaging, do whatever I can. And if I spend all that time and money getting all this stuff done and it just comes back and it's just simply that, then okay. But it's better for me to do that than just kind of brush it off. You never know. Please do not wait going to the doctor. Dentist included too. So I see a lot of veneers and I don't see people getting their teeth Listen, go and get these things done so that you're not having heart disease, so that you're not overcomplicating your life, and just make it a routine. Number 2, working out is a privilege, not a punishment. I know that it feels like a punishment. Lifting those weights, sometimes I don't feel like doing it. I really don't. I don't feel like doing step ups. I don't feel like doing leg extensions or just any kind of cardio. I mean, walking is cardio, so I can do that one, but I don't feel like doing it. But I always have to remind myself that there may come a time. I hope not. I hope that I'm one of these ladies that just remains healthy all throughout life. By God's grace. But even with that, I may at 80, I'm not going to be able to lift as much as I lift at 30. And so I always think about the fact that there is somebody in the hospital that wish they can move their legs like I'm moving my legs, or they can even lift, a simple dumbbell, or just even walk, or even do some cardio. Maybe they're used to it, now they're not able to. Maybe they've never been able to. So please don't take it lightly. Take care of your body. You only get one. Every time, burger, potato fries. Sometimes you eat a vegetable. I know your body might go into shock. I know, because you're not used to it. If you eat spinach, you might just convulse. But take care of your body. You only get this one temple. Number 3, the earlier you develop a good skincare routine, the better. I say this as someone who discovered sunscreen at what? I was like 20. I didn't grow up. It doesn't grow up. You put cream on your face, you go your own way. But I think that really helped. And then now I'm in the space where it's my moisturizer, retinol, SPF. Those are like my 3, my holy grail. And I try to not overcomplicate skincare and having all these 50 different products. No, give me my moisturizer, my SPF, my retinol. And that's really it. And it really does help. Even when my skin kind of went through a possessed phase, and even now, I'm still trying to get it back, I really do think these things have helped tremendously. So definitely get yourself a good skin care routine. Number 4, cut your cloth according to your size. If you know me, I will say this time and time again. Just because someone, you see people on social media, they're out here buying luxury bags and they're buying Chanel bags every Tuesday. That's wonderful for them. Great for them. But can you, hey, I just put But can you afford this thing? And if not, then it's okay. It's not by force. It's actually not by force. And you also don't know if these people are able to really afford it. Are they paying on credit? Are they maxing out their credit cards? Or is this something that came out of their debit account? Either way, it's not your business because you cannot do. So go and put it down. Go to all these TJ Maxx, Burlington. They have very, very good prices. Go there and then you buy whatever you can afford until you're able to afford, the more luxury items, maybe when your income increases or whatever, but it's not by force. Cut your cloth according to your size. And number 5 kind of goes into number 4. Just because something is on sale doesn't mean that you need to buy it. If you did not go to that store with this thing in mind or a similar item in mind, but I'll put that thing down. That's how the companies get you. You go there for one thing, or even just go there to go and use toilets, and then you see 70% off this dog leash. You don't even have dog, so it's just like, learn to not be so impulsive. I tell my mom that all the time. I love my mom dearly, but my mom is very impulsive. I'm like, Mommy, do you actually need this thing? If not, it's okay. Just put it down, So yes, learn to not be impulsive. And just because it's on sale doesn't mean it's for you. Ooh, this is something I wish I would have known earlier. It's really random and really simple, but it's number 6. Everything you own should be tailored to your body. I feel like as in Nigeria, you have lace and asoebi and all that. So we're used to going to tailors and getting these specialty items tailored to our body. But let me tell you, now I take everything. I think it was a TikTok video that I was watching, and this was this older man, and he gave this advice, and I was like, wow. So now I take almost everything to the tailor. I take all my jeans because I used to wear belts. And the thing is, some people, it's easy for them to wear certain jeans. For some of us, listen, he might have given me she didn't give me hips. So I have to get my jeans fitted. And everybody's body is so different. So when I used to wear jeans and be wearing belts, and the belts would be looking bulky in the back, I said, come, I beg. And so by going to the tailor and getting everything fitted, it just makes sense. Every dress, even if I buy a $12 dress, I'm going to make sure that it fits me. And I feel like getting things tailored to your body makes you just look so put together. It really helps, because what good is an expensive $800 dress if it's looking frumpy, you're looking shapeless? No, get everything tailored to your body. Find you a good tailor. It's not really expensive depending on where you go, and just stick with them. Number 7, if you are able to live alone for at least a year, I highly recommend doing it. Now, again, in my culture, and in a lot of cultures actually, women usually stay with their parents until they get married. I used to have this mindset, oh no, my husband must come and drag me out of my father's house. I will stay here and save my money. Man, listen, I think that is good advice. And if you're able to, and if you can save money, definitely do it. If your parents are, understanding and you respect their boundaries, definitely do it. But I still think you should live alone for just 1 year. I'm not saying live with a boyfriend, girlfriend. I'm just saying live by yourself, what you can afford, just to see how you are in your own space. How do you take care of your space? Are you messy? Do you leave dishes overnight? Do you not make your bed? How do you care for your space? I think it's really important to do that before you go on to, marry someone and live with them. And by this, I'm also not talking about, university dorms, living with a roommate. I mean, like, as an adult by yourself, even if you just do 1 year, then move back with your parents. And when I lived in Colombia, I loved my little tiny apartment. I loved it. It was simple. It was perfect for me. And I was just able to experiment. And, cook different meals. And, I figured out what some of my bad habits were, and I was able to correct them. And, I'm not perfect, but it just shows you how you take care of your own space. So I highly recommend it. Now, this one is for the ladies specifically. Girl, oh yeah, come, yeah, my sister. Don't let these wigs make you lazy. We've entered the era of, lace frontals and closures and things like that. And I remember back in the day, I would go to the hairstylist. I think my mom had this one lady that was relaxing my hair maybe like once every 2 months or so. We didn't make, we were still managing what we had, but I remember going to the salon. It was an experience. But I feel like now with this Instagram generation, people are a bit hesitant, but there are some good stylists out there, right? Even with that aside, don't let these wigs make you lazy, because I see more people caring for their lace fronts and how they style it and everything, and that hair underneath is being neglected. Ma'am, let's get it together. Love you, sis. Let's get it together, because you don't want to turn into that auntie, right? We have seen it. I've encountered many aunties, and by these I don't mean the people that I'm related to, but many aunties that neglected their hair, or they would just wear these like tight micro braids. I mean, this was back in the day. They didn't really have the knowledge that we have now, and they felt that the tighter the braid, the better, and now you have them, they're ashamed of their hair. They don't go anywhere without a wig. And so since we have that knowledge, help you do yourself a favor and take care of your hair. Don't just allow these wigs to become who you are. Even if you choose to not wear your natural hair for some reason, you like the wigs better. Okay, no problem. You're free to do whatever you want to do. Make sure it's taken care of underneath. It's not now that when it comes to you now go and marry a husband, you're ashamed for your husband to even see your natural hair. No, you can even find a good stylist that can even just trim it for you, do a braid down, everything else you can do yourself if that's what you choose to do. And on another note, I find that a lot of women who maybe want to wear their hair naturally, but they're like, I don't know. A lot of you need shape. Your head does not have shape. Is maybe short in the front, right? Because that's where all your leave out is. The back is super long. The sides, you got to shape it up. I'll leave that there. If you have any questions about that, you can send me a message. I'll respond. But yes, take good care of your hair. Please do not let these wigs cause you to be lazy and neglect your natural hair. Number 9, learn to delegate when possible. Listen, when I used to have my salon suite, I was doing everything myself. I was master stylist and colorist. I was doing customer service, scheduling, so many different things. And I was exhausted. I was burnt out. You see, I said, please, somebody get me out of this place. Although I loved the art of the work that I was doing, it was just a lot. And I told myself, if I would have stayed in it for, let's say, 1 more year, 2 more years, I would have definitely gotten an assistant. But, I changed paths. And what I'm saying is learn to delegate. The older I get, the more I lean towards convenience. If I can pay, a reasonable amount, if I can afford it, and just have convenience, I'm going to do it. But as far as delegation goes, even my emails and social media is one of the things I felt like was taking so much time. So much of my time was answering emails. Oh, man. I felt like I could not get work done because I was so busy answering emails and going back and forth and answering at all times of the day. And I said, please, I beg, it's too much. So I just said, you know what, let me just hire someone to help me in this area. So I did, and it's been great. And we have a set time that we answer emails. After that, you wait until the next day. And by doing this, I'm able to work on other things and able to bring, more income into the business, because now my time is not being spent going back and forth on these emails and typing these things out. We have order, we have a structure. You find someone that you work well with, you find a good team, and you just delegate, and it really has changed my life. So definitely delegate when you can. Number 10, and a lot of you are not going to like this, but hear me out. Just because you have chemistry with someone does not mean they are the one for you. And it does not mean that you two are compatible for the long run. Chemistry just says, hey, I'm attracted to this person physically, and the way they, there's just something that draws you to them. I won't even say, yeah, it could be the way they think. Yeah. But when it comes to values, you have to look at everything. For example, we hear tons of stories of, men that maybe they're married to their wife, but they had chemistry with the coworker and they just run off and just do any stupid kind of rubbish. Chemistry alone is important, and I do believe you should have that, when you are looking at a romantic partner. Yes, it definitely helps. However, it is not what you should base your relationship on. So just because you have chemistry does not mean they are the one for you. In fact, if you are in a relationship and you know that you may have chemistry with the person, you see them, you know what you're attracted to, but you know that you love your spouse or whatever, you better just say, okay, I'm attracted to this person. Let me go the other way so I don't get in trouble, because you're going to get yourself involved in something that you're probably going to regret later. So chemistry alone is not enough. Number 11, try something new and take up a new hobby. When I tell you I am such a big fan of hobbies, it's not everyday work. Okay? We are in a society that says, okay, hustle and entrepreneurship and this and grow your money. And those are all great things. Sometimes it's okay to pick up paintbrush and just paint. And not even like you're trying to paint to sell, just paint as a way to relax yourself, or do a salsa class. I haven't done a salsa. I've done a salsa class in Colombia. I need to do another one. Join a club, a workout club, a running club. There's so many things. You can even do a drama class, a theater class. There's so many things that you can do to just meet new people, first of all, and just alleviate stress. And there's nothing wrong with doing something without having like a means to an end, or ends to means, whatever they say. Don't let these social media people make you feel like everything you do must bring some kind of income. Not everything. Yes, maybe the majority, yeah, that's fine. But sometimes it's okay. Just relax. Just do something for the fun of it. And I feel like you'll really enjoy it. So yes, I'm a big fan of hobbies. Number 12, your procrastination is not someone else's emergency. What? When I tell you, I saw this on somebody's Facebook status, and this thing it shook my heart for the longest. Just because you wait until the last minute to do something, just because you have a project and you decided to procrastinate, does not mean that now you need to be rushing everybody. If you're planning a party and you had months to plan this party and you decided that you wanted to take your sweet time, and now this is the week of, and you are yelling at people, you are stressing folks out, that's really inconsiderate and is actually really unfair. So learn to, plan out your days, even when you are rushing to work. And now, like, you see that all the time. People be rushing to work and they are honking their horn at every single driver that's actually doing what they're supposed to do. Like, do you want him to now pass the red light because you decided to wake up late? No, your procrastination is not someone else's emergency. Get it together. Number 13. I heard this advice at one of my good friends' wedding that I was part of the bridesmaids. And this one, I shook my hat on this side. It has stayed with me forever. And it has really helped me out when it comes to dating. Before you decide to commit to someone and give your heart to them, look at this person, look at their behavior, their values. Ask yourself, if this person never changes, will I be okay with them? A lot of us, we get with people in hopes that they might change and they might become this. And I'm not talking about someone who is, let's say, a man who is, ambitious, actually is showing fruits of, hey, he works hard. He's at least stable. And, there's something there. He's just, he's working there. That's different. I'm talking about the character. What is the character of this person? Does he have an anger problem? Is he lazy? He or she? Is she vain? Is she extremely insecure? It goes both ways. So look at this person. Look at maybe some of their worst behavior. I mean, nobody is perfect. So if you're looking at someone for them to check off everything, no, because you yourself are not perfect, right? But there are some things that you can deal with, and there are some things that should just be deal breakers. So ask yourself, if this person were to remain the same, if his anger issues never change, if her seeking attention from all these other men, if that never changes, would I be okay with that? I'm so against trying to change people. That stuff irks me. If somebody shows you who they are, just believe it. And we act like there are not other people in this world, and sometimes it's good to nip that stuff in the bud before your heart now becomes attached to them and all this. If they have shown you that you two do not have the same values and they're not interested in any kind of change, when it comes to the major stuff. I'm not saying, she leaves the cup in the sink overnight. That's not a big deal. But if he or she is showing you that they are set in their ways, take it as that. Because the thing is, they could change, but it could take 30 years, right? When they born me, they didn't call me Jesus. I'm not here to change anyone. I'm not assistant Jesus, okay? So look at this person and say, is this someone I can work with? If not, you go your separate ways. If so, Number 14. Now, this one is geared towards the ladies again. Learn how to do your hair and your makeup. Just the basics. Let me tell you, it helps so much. Now, I started doing my hair when I was about 11 years old. Even braiding my hair. Even these braids I have in now. I did it because I was like, I just need something to put out of my face so I can work out, And I just braided my hair. I mean, yes, it does take a little bit of time, but I use that time to watch TV and things like that. But for me, it actually doesn't bother me. It's a little bit of it's kind of like therapy. But when it came to makeup, I was frustrated because I was like, I'm doing my makeup and I'm looking like an egg. No sculpting, no shaping, nothing like that. So what I did was I contacted a local makeup artist, and I looked at it as an investment. I did a one-on-one with her, and she taught me how to do my makeup. So she did half of my face. I did the other half following what she was telling me to do. And the reason I like this is because I'm very visual. So even if I'm watching YouTube channels, I still need to know, what should I use on my face? Yes, I know what Jackie uses on her face, but please, what color should I use? What should I use to correct all that good stuff? And so once I learned how to do my makeup using her tips, I kind of modified it because I'm like, I don't like too much, but at least now I know that when I travel, if I want to take pictures, I can do my makeup if no one's available. If I'm going to an event, I'm hosting weddings, I don't have to look for a makeup artist. I don't have to be afraid of somebody bailing out on me or canceling. At the last minute, I can do my hair, I can do my makeup. So I feel like it's just something important to have. Definitely, I'm going to teach my daughters, and I'm going to teach I don't know how to bob hair, so maybe my husband will do that one for our sons. But definitely knowing how to do your hair and makeup, just the basics, is definitely essential. Learn how to do it in a way that flatters your face and flatters just your style. We all know this one, number 15, cluttered space equals a cluttered mind. When I was younger, I could literally have my room looking like a whole tornado, and I would just jump in bed and have a good night's sleep. The older I've gotten, and the more that, life has thrown at me, I realize my room is usually a reflection of like my state of mind. So if my room is cluttered, I can't even think. And before I start any kind of like new project, the first thing I do is I get my space in order. What's crazy is I feel like my body knows when things are just messy and, clothes are, all over the place. My body knows. And I feel like I sleep differently when my room is in order. So what I usually do is I'll take 15 minutes, usually in the evening time. I'll set a timer and I'll just do a little bit of picking up every day so that it doesn't pile on, because that stuff can add on pretty quickly. And so when you keep your space clutter free and really as simple as possible, because sometimes it's like I don't know whether we learned it from our parents. They like to hoard stuff. Whether that's scarcity mentality, that's another video. But I've learned, if I buy a new set of clothes, I usually give something away because I just don't like clutter and I just don't like having too many things. It overwhelms me. So keep that space cluttered free. I promise you will sleep well. Make that bed. It sounds like, it makes a difference. Nothing worse than coming back from a long day and your bed is looking like a David and Goliath fight. Yes. So cluttered space equals a cluttered mind. All right, you all, that is part 1 of the 30 things I've learned in my 30s. Be sure to like, rate, and subscribe. Like now so that they know that you are liking the video. And I will see you over in part 2.